How would you define the American Dream?
The American Dream is different for every individual. We're very fortunate in this country to have that ability to seek our goals as long as we work hard and pursue our dreams. It's all possible. People from other countries that have come to the United States have met their dreams by working hard also. And that's why this country is still the best country in the world.
Where were you born and where have you lived?
I was born in Somerset Medical Center. I was raised in Raritan, New Jersey. After being married, I moved to Bridgewater Township, where I raised 4 children with my husband, and I presently live in Manahawkin, New Jersey, at the Jersey Shore.
And what year were you born in?
I was born in 1942.
What was your life like when you were growing up?
Growing up in the 50s was very easy and lots of fun. You could come and go wherever you wanted to. There was no worry. And it was just an easier time, and it was a good life. Anyone from my generation has the same thing to say, that their childhood was wonderful, no pressure, and everything was good. We were very fortunate.
What was school like when you were growing up?
When I was growing up, I attended parochial school, which was run by the Franciscan nuns. They were very strict, and we had to learn our lessons very well, or else. After that, I attended Somerville High School, which was also run strict. Dress code was in place, and classes were of normal size. I took clerical subjects and pursued that career after high school.
You know most of my friends. Were the kids different when you were growing up?
Probably. We didn't have the freedom to get around as the kids nowadays do. We were very close, stayed in our own town, and stayed very close to one another as friends. I think girls nowadays are still close to one another. There's still always the same problems going through teenagehood, and so I would say girls will always be girls.
What was happening in the U.S. during your childhood?
I was born in January of 1942, so Pearl Harbor had been bombed in December 7th, 1941. So we had entered the war with Japan and Germany. So that was my early years. As time went on, after the Second World War, our country became very prosperous. Men came home from the military, so there were a lot of jobs for building, and there also was they helped the veterans to go to school and also to buy homes. There were veterans loans that were made very accessible for veterans. In the 50s, we entered into the Korean conflict, so our military was involved with North Korea, and which did not really affect my life. My life in the United States was still very good. And as time went on, into the late 60s, 70s, was the Vietnam War, and I think that's it.
Who were your role models when you were growing up?
Growing up in high school, I had a lot of role models. Mr. Hartfield, my history teacher, was a wonderful person, and he always made me feel comfortable in class, and I always admired him and thanked him for being such a good teacher. Also, my favorite movie star was James Dean. And at that time, Elvis Presley was shaking all around. So that was fun. That was the fun part.
How old were you when you got your license? And did most people get their license, or did they wait for years?
I didn't get my license right away because I had a boyfriend who drove me everywhere I wanted to go. And after high school, I worked where he worked, so he always picked me up, took me to work, and brought me home. A lot of my friends got their license at 17, and some of them were a little bit longer, but most of them 17. I was a little bit later.
What was the price of gas when you were 17?
When I was 17, gas prices were probably about 25 cents a gallon. We could put $1 worth of gas in a friend's car and drive around all night. And it was nice and cheap, so it was good.
What kind of jobs did kids have?
In high school, the girls worked in stores in Somerville. My girlfriend worked in a candy store where they made the candy. I worked in a drugstore, made $1 an hour, and I thought it was great. And other girls worked in retail, and we worked part-time on weekends or evenings.
So the jobs are pretty similar
Yes.
as they are today, but different prices. What were your goals when you graduated high school?
After high school, most of my friends, including myself, worked in the clerical field. Not many kids went to college after high school because they didn't have the community colleges like they have now, or things were just different back then. Even the boys that didn't go to college after high school, a lot of them went into the military and then got their college education after being in the military. I worked as a clerical person in a business atmosphere.
What was your life like raising 4 girls?
Raising 4 girls was extremely busy. And it was hard. I did not work. I stayed home, and so things were not as financially available as things are today for kids. And girls are girls. It's tough raising girls, so let me put it that way.
What was your greatest accomplishment?
I had many. Fortunately, I'm still here, so that's a big accomplishment. Raising 4 children, and they're all well and independent. That's an accomplishment. I'm very proud of all my grandchildren. I have 8, and those are a great accomplishment also. They reflect on me. And I am a breast cancer survivor, and I think that's also a great accomplishment.
Do you regret any decisions that you have made throughout your life?
The decision not to further my education, I regret now that I'm older. Other than that, I don't regret anything. My life has been very good, and I'm very happy.
Do you have any advice for kids my age?
Teenagers nowadays have it too good. They expect and get everything they want. They're not sure how to do it on their own, and they're going to have to learn. And I think they need to really appreciate the good life they really have, and appreciate the parents that they have, because their parents work very hard for them and give them a lot.
Would you say that you have achieved the American dream?
Most definitely. I'm very happy, I'm very fortunate, and I'm very healthy, and I can't ask for anything more. That's my American dream.
Good job, Grandma.